Welcome back, my amazing friends. Some days your mind wants to rise, but something inside holds you back. Your days look the same. Your thoughts repeat. Your energy drops. And deep inside, you want a change. You want your mind to grow. You want your life to feel fresh again. In this video, I will show you 5 simple steps that can help your mind grow every single day, even if you feel like you are starting from zero. These steps are easy, clear, and powerful. Before we begin, tell me in the comments, do you also feel stuck inside your mind sometimes? Chapter 1. The mindset shift you need before everything else. When you begin this journey, I want you to take a deep breath and really listen. Every person watching this video wants one thing. You want to grow. You want to improve. You want to become mentally stronger than you were yesterday. But something inside you feels confused. You wake up every day with a small hope that today will be different. Today you will focus. Today you will learn something new. Today you will finally break your old habits. But then life happens. Your mind gets distracted. Your thoughts start pulling you in many directions. And suddenly the day ends, and you feel like nothing changed. You feel stuck in the same loop. You feel like you are trying, but not moving forward. If this feels close to your heart, you are not alone. Almost everyone watching this right now has felt this way many times. The truth is, mental growth does not start with big actions. It does not start with a heavy routine. It does not begin with strong motivation. Mental growth begins with awareness. Before you do anything, you must first understand your own mind. You must learn how to notice what you think, how you react, and how you speak to yourself. This is the quiet beginning of real change. Many people skip this step. They jump into self-improvement without knowing what is happening inside their mind. That is why they get tired. That is why they fail. But you are not going to skip this step. You are here to learn how to grow mentally every single day. And that starts with a new kind of awareness. Imagine waking up tomorrow morning and being fully aware of your thoughts. Imagine noticing the moment your mind tries to pull you into negative thinking. Imagine recognizing the second you start doubting yourself. When you notice your thoughts, you gain power over them. You stop living on autopilot. You stop repeating the same mental patterns that kept you stuck. You start choosing your thoughts instead of letting them control you. That is the mindset shift you need. Every day your mind repeats old patterns because that is what it is used to. Your brain likes comfort. It likes routine. It likes to stay where it is. But you want to grow, so you must teach your mind a new way of thinking. You must tell it, I am aware now. I see what you are doing. I choose a better thought. The more you do this, the more your mind reshapes itself. And yes, you can train your mind. You can teach it to think better. You can teach it to focus. You can teach it to grow, even if you think you are not smart enough. Even if you think you are too slow. Even if you think you fail too often. Your mind can grow. Your mind can change, but you must take the first step today. Let me explain this in the simplest way. Picture your brain as a garden. Every thought you have is a seed. If you plant negative seeds every day, your mind becomes a field of weeds. You will feel confused, stressed, and stuck. But if you plant even a few positive seeds each day, the garden slowly begins to change. You start noticing new thoughts. You start noticing new ideas. You start feeling a little more confident, a little more focused, a little more alive. This is why awareness is powerful. Because when you are aware, you choose what seeds you plant. You might be thinking that awareness sounds simple. And yes, it is simple, but it is also the strongest tool you have. When you become aware, you stop living in automatic mode. You stop letting your old habits make your decisions. You begin to take control. You begin to guide your mind instead of letting it guide you. And that is the moment you start growing mentally. Here is a small exercise you can try today. It takes only a few seconds. When a thought enters your mind, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, why did this thought come? Is it helpful? Is it true? Does it help me grow? This simple question can change everything. It slows your mind down, it gives you space, it helps you think clearly. And when you think clearly, you grow faster. You do not need perfect English for this. You do not need to be a genius. You just need to notice your own thoughts. Every time you notice a negative thought, you weaken it. Every time you notice a positive thought, you strengthen it. Your mind becomes stronger little by little, and one day, you will wake up and feel a shift. You will feel different. You will feel aware. You will feel like the driver of your mind, not the passenger. This chapter is your foundation. This is the beginning of your mental growth journey. Without this awareness, everything else becomes harder. With awareness, everything becomes easier. It is like turning on a light in a dark room. You begin to see clearly, and once you can see, you can change. Stay with me, because in the next chapter, I will show you a simple 5-minute daily exercise that can strengthen your mind every day. It is easy, it is powerful, and it will help you grow faster than you imagined. Chapter 2. The 5-minute daily brain exercise. Now that you understand the power of awareness, it is time to build the next step. You want to grow mentally every single day. You want a mind that gets stronger. You want more focus, more clarity, more confidence. But you may also feel scared. You may think you need a long routine. You may think you need strong discipline. You may think you need to change your whole life. But you do not. You only need 5 minutes. Yes, only 5 minutes of your day can start changing how your mind works. These 5 minutes will help you train your brain the same way you train your body. They will help you think deeper. They will help you understand yourself. They will help you grow without pressure, without stress, without fear. Before I teach you this exercise, I want you to think about something. Every strong mind you see today did not become strong in one day. It grew slowly. It grew through small daily actions. It grew through simple habits. It grew because the person decided to show up every day, even if they only did a little. That little becomes something big over time. That little becomes mental strength. And you can build that strength too, even if you feel lost, even if you feel lazy, even if you feel like you can't focus. You can do this. This 5-minute routine is designed for anyone, especially for you. So let me guide you through it. Every day, take a notebook or a simple piece of paper. Sit in a quiet place. You do not need a perfect environment. You do not need a fancy table. You only need yourself. After you sit down, take a deep breath. Let your mind slow down. Let your thoughts settle. Then start the exercise. The exercise has 3 parts: one idea, one question, one reflection. These 3 things will activate different parts of your brain. They will help your mind open. They will help your thinking grow. They will help you become mentally sharper. Start with one idea. Write down one idea you learned today. It can be very small. It can be something you heard in school, something you read in a book, something you watched in a video, or something someone said to you. It does not matter how small the idea is. What matters is that you noticed it. This trains your mind to look for learning in everyday life. It makes your brain curious. It keeps you awake. Many people live every day without noticing new ideas. But you will not live like that anymore. You will become someone who learns something new every day. Then move to the second part. One question. Ask yourself one question about your day or about your thoughts. It can be very simple. Why did I feel lazy today? Why did I get angry? Why did I feel motivated? Why did I worry? This question teaches your brain to think deeper. Most people do not ask themselves questions. They accept their feelings without understanding them. But when you ask questions, your mind becomes smarter. Your mind becomes more aware. Your mind begins to guide you in a better direction. The last part is one reflection. Reflect on something that happened today. It can be a small moment, a short conversation, a mistake, a success, anything that made you feel something. Write how you felt. Write what you learned. This reflection helps your mind understand your experiences. It helps you grow from them. Most people repeat the same mistakes because they never reflect. But when you reflect, you learn. When you learn, you grow. When you grow, your life changes. These 3 small steps will take only 5 minutes. But the effect is huge. When you do this every day, your brain becomes trained to notice ideas. Your brain becomes trained to ask questions. Your brain becomes trained to understand your own behavior. And this is how mental growth begins. Not in big moments, not in big changes, but in quiet moments of reflection, in simple daily habits, in small steps that you can repeat every day. Imagine doing this exercise every day for 1 month. Imagine doing it for 3 months. Imagine doing it for 1 year. You would not be the same person. Your thinking would be sharper. Your focus would be stronger. Your awareness would be higher. Your mind would feel clear, calm, powerful. And all of this starts with 5 minutes. You can give yourself 5 minutes. You deserve those 5 minutes. And remember this, you do not need to write big sentences. You do not need perfect grammar. You do not need beautiful words. You just need honesty. Be honest about your ideas. Be honest about your questions. Be honest about your reflections. Honesty helps you grow faster than perfection. Honesty makes your mind stronger. You may think you will forget, but you will not. When something is simple, the mind accepts it. When something feels light, the mind continues it. This exercise is light. It is simple. It is powerful. You can start today. You can start right now. And the moment you start, your mental growth begins. Now stay with me, because the next chapter will take you even deeper. In the next chapter, you will learn how to build mental discipline even when you feel zero motivation. It will help you stay consistent. It will help you build strong habits. It will help you grow every day without feeling tired. Chapter 3. Building mental discipline without motivation. You want to grow, you want to improve your mind, you want to become a stronger version of yourself. But let me be honest, motivation will not always be there. Some days you will wake up with energy, some days you will feel empty, some days you will feel inspired, some days you will feel slow and tired. This is normal, this is human. But here's the problem. Most people depend on motivation to start something, and when motivation leaves, they stop. They wait for the next wave of motivation to return, and sometimes it does not return for weeks or months. This is why so many people fail to grow mentally. They rely on motivation, not discipline. But you are here because you want something different. You want a mind that grows even on the days when you feel nothing. You want a mind that does not break under pressure. You want a mind that keeps going. So let me show you how to build that mind. The first thing you must understand is that discipline is not about doing big things. It is not about pushing yourself too hard. It is not about being perfect. Discipline is about small actions done with honesty. Discipline is doing something for 2 minutes, even when you want to do nothing. Discipline is choosing the smallest step instead of stopping. When you choose the small step, you teach your mind something very important. You teach it that you can move forward even without motivation. You teach it that you can grow even when you feel low. You teach it that action does not depend on emotion. It depends on your decision. Let me explain it in a very simple way. Imagine you want to read every day. On motivated days, you may read 10 pages or 20 pages, but on tired days, your mind tells you to stop. Your mind says you are too busy. Your mind says you are not in the mood. Your mind tries to protect your comfort, but discipline says something else. Discipline says, read for 2 minutes. 2 minutes feel easy. Your brain cannot reject it. 2 minutes feels safe and small, but even those 2 minutes create mental strength. Those 2 minutes break the old habit of quitting. Those 2 minutes tell your brain, I will show up no matter what. And once you show up, something beautiful happens. Many times after 2 minutes, your mind warms up, your energy increases, and you continue longer. But even if you stop after 2 minutes, you still win, you still grow, you still train your mind. This is called the 2-minute rule. This rule has changed many lives. This rule has helped many people build discipline without pain. This rule works because your brain does not fear small actions. Your brain accepts them. And when your brain accepts something, it allows you to repeat it. Repetition becomes routine. Routine becomes discipline. Discipline becomes identity, and identity becomes your future. You can use the 2-minute rule in anything. Want to write? Write for 2 minutes. Want to learn English? Practice for 2 minutes. Want to build a new habit? Start with 2 minutes. These small actions may look weak, but inside your mind, something big is happening. You are building trust with yourself. You are building a new belief. You start believing that you are someone who shows up. You start believing that you can depend on yourself. And once you trust yourself, your mental strength grows faster than ever. Many people think mental discipline is only for strong people. No, mental discipline is what makes people strong. You do not need strength to begin. You need to begin to gain strength. Every small action you take becomes a small victory. And these victories stay inside your mind. They change how you see yourself. They change how you talk to yourself. They change how you act every day. And slowly, your life changes too. Let me tell you a simple truth. Your mind does not grow from motivation. Your mind grows from consistency. Your mind grows from showing up today, even if you feel slow. Your mind grows from showing up tomorrow, even if you feel tired. Your mind grows from doing something small again and again without stopping. Even when you feel lazy, even when you feel sad, even when you feel stressed. These moments shape you. These moments build you. And the beautiful part is that discipline becomes easier over time. It feels hard in the beginning because your old habits are still strong. But when you practice every day, even for a short time, the old habits become weaker. And your new habits become stronger. You start feeling proud of yourself. You start feeling more confident. You start feeling more powerful. You begin to understand that you can change your life. You can grow mentally. You can rise. You can become a better version of yourself. Stay focused now, because the next chapter will take you to a deeper level. In the next chapter, we will talk about the negative thoughts that block your growth. We will talk about fear. We will talk about doubt. We will talk about the mental walls that stop you from becoming the person you want to be. And I will show you a simple way to remove those blocks and free your mind. Chapter 4. Removing mental blocks and negative thoughts. Every person that tries to grow mentally faces one invisible enemy. This enemy is not outside. It is not a person. It is not a situation. It lives quietly inside your own mind. It is the collection of negative thoughts, fears, doubts, and old beliefs that whisper to you every day. These thoughts tell you that you are not good enough. They tell you that you cannot change. They tell you that you will fail again. They stop you from trying. They stop you from believing. They stop you from growing. And the truth is, these thoughts feel very real. They feel powerful. They feel like they control your actions. But today you will learn a new skill. A simple skill that will show you that your negative thoughts do not control you. You can control them. You can reduce their power. You can break free from them. And once you do, your mind becomes lighter. Your mind becomes stronger. Your mind becomes ready to grow. Let me start by telling you something important. Negative thoughts do not mean you are weak. They do not mean you are broken. They do not mean you are bad. They simply mean you are human. Every person has negative thoughts. Every person faces fear. Every person feels doubt. Even successful people, even confident people, even people who look strong from the outside. The difference is that some people believe their negative thoughts, and others learn how to challenge them. You will become the second type. You will learn how to challenge these thoughts. You will learn how to take away their power. And once you learn this skill, your mind will grow every single day. Here is the first step. When a negative thought enters your mind, do not run from it. Do not hide from it. Do not try to force it away. Instead, notice it. Look at it. Name it. When you name a negative thought, you weaken it. You make it less scary. You make it less powerful. For example, if the thought says you cannot do this, say to yourself, this is the thought of fear. If the thought says you will fail, say to yourself, this is the thought of doubt. If the thought says you are too slow, say to yourself, this is the thought of insecurity. When you label the thought, you separate yourself from it. You stop believing that the thought is the truth. You start seeing it as just a thought. And a thought is not a fact. A thought is not reality. A thought is only a voice. And you have the power to talk back. After you name the thought, ask a simple question. Is this thought absolutely true? Most of the time, the answer is no. The thought only feels true because your mind has repeated it many times. Your mind repeats old thoughts because it wants to protect you. It wants to keep you safe. It wants to stop you from taking risks. It thinks it is helping you, but in reality, it is stopping your growth. When you question the thought, your mind pauses. It becomes confused for a moment. That pause is your chance to create a new thought, a healthier thought, a stronger thought. Let me give you an example. If your negative thought says you are not good enough, stop and ask, is this truly true? Can I be sure? Is there proof? And you will see that the thought has no real proof. It is only a feeling. When the thought loses its proof, it loses its power. Then you can replace it with a new thought. You can tell yourself, I may not be perfect, but I can improve. I can grow. I can try again. I can learn. This new thought becomes a seed of strength in your mind. Every time you challenge a negative thought, you plant a new seed. Over time, these seeds grow into confidence. They grow into courage. They grow into mental strength. Here is another simple step. When a negative thought appears, write it down. Putting it on paper takes it out of your mind. It becomes less heavy. You can see it clearly. And when you see it clearly, you can question it clearly. Writing thoughts helps your brain slow down. It helps your emotions calm down. It helps your mind understand that the thought is not a monster. It is just information, and you can change how you respond to it. You must understand something powerful. Negative thoughts do not disappear forever, but your relationship with them changes. They come less often, they stay for a shorter time, they feel weaker, and they no longer control your decisions. This is real mental growth. When you learn to handle your thoughts, you learn to handle your life. You learn to act even when fear whispers. You learn to rise even when doubt speaks. You learn to move forward even when your mind tries to hold you back. And please remember this truth. You are stronger than your negative thoughts. You are not your fear. You are not your doubt. You are not your past mistakes. You are a human being with a growing mind. You are someone who is learning. You are someone who is improving. You are someone who is becoming stronger every day. And these negative thoughts cannot stop you once you learn how to face them calmly. This calmness is power. This awareness is power. This control is power. Now stay with me, because the next chapter will show you how to grow every day without burning out. It will help you build a peaceful and steady path. It will help you create growth that lasts for life. When you are ready for Chapter 5, just say yes. Chapter 5. Growing every day, without burning out. Mental growth should make your life better. It should make you feel lighter, and stronger. It should make you feel more peaceful. But many people try to grow too fast. They try to change everything in 1 week. They chase big goals. They push themselves too hard. They create heavy routines that are impossible to maintain. And then they fail. They feel tired. They lose hope. They stop growing. They tell themselves that they are not strong enough. But the truth is very simple. They did not fail because they were weak. They failed because they tried to grow in a way the mind cannot handle. Growth is not about force. Growth is about gentle progress. Growth is about the small steps you take every day. Growth is about the 1% rule. And today you will learn how to use this rule to grow mentally every day without burning out. The 1% rule is simple. Every day, improve just 1%, not 50%, not 30%, not 10%, only 1. 1% is small, 1% is light. 1% feels easy. Your mind can accept it. Your brain does not resist it. Your emotions do not fear it. And that is why 1% is powerful. It helps you keep going even on slow days. It helps you improve without pressure. It helps you grow without stress. When you grow 1% every day, your mind becomes stronger in a gentle, natural way. You grow slowly, but your growth lasts. It stays, it becomes a part of you. Let me explain it in simple words. Imagine you learn one new English word today, one that is your 1%. Tomorrow you learn another word that is your next 1%. After a week, you know 7 new words. After a month, you know 30 new words. After a year, you know more than 300 new words. All from 1%. Now imagine applying this 1% to your mind. One small thought change today. One small reflection tomorrow. One tiny habit the next day. These small improvements add up. They build mental strength slowly and safely. Your mind becomes stronger without feeling overloaded. Here is another truth. The mind grows best when it does not feel pressure. When your mind feels forced, it shuts down. When it feels stressed, it becomes tired. But when your mind feels safe, it learns faster. When it feels calm, it thinks clearly. When it feels supported, it grows naturally. This is why slow growth is the smartest growth. You do not need to rush. You do not need to compare yourself to others. You do not need to achieve everything today. You only need to be a little better than you were yesterday. Think of your mental growth like climbing a long staircase. If you try to jump 10 steps at once, you will fall. But if you take 1 step each day, you reach the top. You reach it without fear. You reach it without breaking down. You reach it with strength. That is the power of daily small steps. They may look slow, but they never stop. And anything that does not stop becomes powerful. Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine yourself 100 days from now. Imagine doing one small thing every day for your mind. One idea, one reflection, one action, one question, one new thought, one new habit. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine the person you would become. You would be calmer. You would be wiser. You would be more confident. You would understand yourself better. You would speak better, think better, live better. That person is already inside you. They are waiting for your small actions. They are waiting for your 1%. You do not need intensity. You need consistency. You do not need pressure. You need patience. You do not need to prove anything to anyone. You only need to show up for yourself, even if it is small, even if it is simple, even if it is quiet. What matters is that you continue. What matters is that you choose growth, even in a tiny form. This is how you grow without burning out. And here is something deep and true. When you grow slowly, your mind learns to enjoy the process. You stop rushing. You stop worrying about results. You start loving the journey. You start falling in love with learning. You start appreciating your own effort. You start feeling proud of yourself. This emotional connection makes the mind stronger. A motivated mind can grow fast, but a peaceful mind grows forever. You need to trust your slow progress. Every day you are learning. Every day you are changing. Every day your mind is becoming clearer. Even if you cannot see it right away, your efforts are building something strong inside you. Growth is not always visible at the start, but it becomes powerful with time. Just like a seed growing under the soil. You cannot see it at first, but one day it rises. One day it blooms. One day it becomes something beautiful. This is your mind. So promise yourself today that you will grow 1% every day. Promise yourself that you will not rush. Promise yourself that you will not burn out. Promise yourself that you will protect your peace while building your strength. Your mental growth journey is not a race. It is a lifelong path, and you are already walking on it. If this journey touched your heart, then remember this. You are becoming the person you always wanted to be. Slowly, gently, strongly. And now, before you go, I want to ask you one thing. If these chapters helped you, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, and comment the sentence "I will grow 1% every day." This reminds your mind of your promise, and it shows me that you are ready for more powerful lessons. Your new life has already begun,